Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica and you are at the Lopsided Crafter Loom Knitting channel. Today is Monday, October 6th, 2025, and we will be starting our second vlog. This will be running through Monday the 6th through Friday. What is that? 8, the 10th. I am here at the house, just finished uploading the videos for the week and heading back to the land for the week. So we will be continuing our behind the scenes of the animals and the sock knitting and all the fun stuff that goes towards that fun, exciting announcement that I made in our last vlog. So here we go. Hi friends, it's Tuesday. So I didn't get a lot of knitting done yesterday. Just here and there, like I would knit around and go check dinner, come back, knit around, go check dinner, that kind of thing. Because it's one of those things that bring to a boil, turn down to simmer. Well, if you've ever cooked in a camper on a gas stove, you know that it's very hard to simmer. So you still have to check it, even though it's on the lowest setting, because it could still boil. So I didn't get a lot of video worthy knitting done yesterday because I got in kind of later than I expected. So I did get the toe done, and I am almost to the part to start the heel. And the heel I'm doing, you want to get it to where it comes right to where it matches the top of your leg. I had a video on my channel called Sock Math that actually went over how to do the Flegel heel. But before I go into that, let me talk about the toe. In the last vlog video, I said I was doing a conversion, a modified type toe. And in that video, I actually showed the cast on stitches onto a USB cord. I want to let you know that, and I knew this, and I should have mentioned it in that video, and I didn't, that cord will not work because you cannot slip the stitches off of that cord. So please don't think that you can use a cord for that modified cast on and that it worked, because it won't. It was just something that I was testing to see the diameter of the cord to see if it would work, not the actual cord itself. So now we'll go back to the sock, or to the heel rather. I had a video on my channel about sock math, which I have since taken down because I am reworking this Flegel heel. So I'm probably not going to be calling it a Flegel heel because it's not a true Flegel heel. So I'm probably leaning more to Flegel-like heel or almost Flegel heel. And the reason for that is because of the gusset stitches in the needle knitting version are worked simultaneously with your instep. And that's what I was attempting to do on vlog 1 when this loom got up to almost, let's see, it got up to 138 pegs, which was fine, but the holes just could not get past the hole. And like I said in that video, it could be that this yarn is just so thin. It's more of a thinner fingering weight, because I have actually done a sock. Let's see. Oh, no, I took that yarn back home yesterday. I have done another heel on different fingering weight yarn using the same increases, the lifted right and left, where the holes were so minute you could not even barely see them. But nonetheless, I didn't like it. So I am going to be reworking the math for that heel to do it in the amount of pegs that we originally start with on our loom. The toe part is still the same. You divide your loom in half and then divide by 3. The heel part has 2 different sets of increases. You increase in the beginning, and then once you get your established amount that you need, then you go back to the middle and you increase again, which does the heel tab. In order to find the middle, which I'm going to do another math video once I see if this new conversion works, which I'm pretty hopeful that it does. It's pretty much the same. You just want to make sure that your heel turn matches with the middle of your toe bed. I know that doesn't make sense right now, but it will later. But I'm going to knit on this some today. Tuesdays, my mother loves to play bingo, so we go to bingo together. Tomorrow I should have quite a bit of knitting time. Thursday, we have an appointment in the morning with the facility where my stepfather is, the in-house rehab facility, because his tentative release date is Friday. I'm not going to go off on the tangent right now about this rehab facility. I'm just going to say I've not been happy with it. We'll just say, and we'll end it there, that in the 2 weeks that my stepdad has been at this in-house or in-house rehab, inpatient rehab, there's the word I'm looking for. In the 2 weeks that he has been in this facility, we have probably ran across 3, maybe 4 people that are there because they love their job. The rest of the people are there because they want a paycheck. And that's just the persona that they give off. I'm going to leave it at that, because if I don't, then I'm going to be doing a lot of editing out later. So I'm not sure what Friday is going to look like as far as being able to record knitting. I'm going to do the best that I can, but with him coming home, I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Change of plans. Got to run back into town before bingo. So I'm going to be going back to the house for a little bit, do some things around there, and then go to bingo. So I will still be knitting. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some stuff. Okay, so I'm back home, and while I was at the land, I got my monthly subscription of Yarnable. There's different subscriptions. You can do the yarn, 1 skein of yarn, and your extras. You can do 2 skeins. You can do a skein and a mini, all different types of things. I am doing the no frills because I get kind of overwhelmed with all those extras that come in. So this is for October, and Cheryl does do a sneak peek so you can actually see what the yarn is. I try not to look at it because I want to be surprised. Sorry for the crinkling. Let's see what this much yarn looks like. This is October. Ooh. It is definitely giving off October vibes. Crinkling. And this is called, what is this called? This is called If You've Got It, Haunt It. So I'm doing the plush sock, which is 85 superwash merino, 15% nylon. And it is 437 yards for 100 grams. Isn't that pretty? Obviously, y'all know that I'm all into the socks. So the socks is what we will have. So I just noticed that the fan is just like sitting right over my head. And you know what that reminds me of? You remember, I don't remember which cartoon it was. Was it Dennis the Menace, where he wore the hat with the little propeller on top? That's kind of what I feel like right now. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you my Yarnable yarn for the month of October 2025. Now, back to some house chores and things of that nature, and then into the office to work on the book since I'm here. This is my baby Pearl. Not Pearl as in Pearl, but Pearl as in Purl. Say hi, Pearl. Say hi. This is my baby girl. I love her. I love her. She can't come with me to the property because of all the other farm animals. I'm afraid she'll get hurt or run off or something like that. So she has to stay here with the boys when we're not here. And the boys are old enough where they can take care of themselves. They're all in their 20s, so yeah. So there's my baby. She doesn't like to be held. It's got to be her idea. So I am back at the camper. I spent yesterday afternoon and this morning working on the book. I have the first 6 chapters pretty much wrote. I just got to add pictures and edit a little bit more. And then the rest of the book will be the patterns itself. I got a new clippy thing for thick hair, and I just do not like the way it's holding it up. So, yeah, so I worked on the book quite a bit. Like I said, first 6 chapters, and now the pattern part. So this part obviously is going to take a little bit of time. That's kind of where we are. Still plan on meeting with the administrators and stuff tomorrow at the inpatient rehab where my stepfather is. So I'm not sure how much knitting I'll get done tomorrow. And then I don't know what Friday is going to hold with him being relieved. Nonetheless, we will still have videos every 2 weeks, whether they are a tutorial, a vlog like this, or what I've been working on. I hesitate to really do any more of this is what I've been working on, except for kind of in the vlogs, kind of showing you different things, because I want the patterns to be a surprise. What do you think? I think that's part of the enjoyment of reading the book. So yeah, it's more than just a pattern book. It's an actual book. The first 6 chapters are where all of your wealth of information is. Unless I decide to change the layout, then it may be less chapters or more chapters. But the very beginning of the book is where all of the jewels are, if you will. Okay. I'm going to knit, and then I will be back to show you what I've got done. I've got some eggs in my mini, it's called a My Mini Egg Cooker. Have you ever tried one? It boils the eggs for you. I've never tried it. This is the first time. Hopefully it doesn't make a mess. Hopefully the eggs do not burst everywhere. I figured with being in the RV, the less water you have to use and the less propane that we have to use, the better off. So I saw this little egg cooker for, I don't remember, $13, $14 at Walmart. And I picked it up because we do have 110 here in the camper. So anyway, I'll let you know how them eggs turn out. Well, the egg cooker, I think, did okay. I did have one egg where the top of the shell come off a little bit, They're cooling, so I have not broken into the actual egg to see if they are truly hard boiled. But I can smell eggs, like boiled eggs. So let them cool. I'll break into them a little bit. But I pulled my knitting bag out and my loom hook was not in the bag. I remember pulling it out in the shed, in my she shed, my office, yesterday to do something, and I guess I forgot to put it back in the bag. Yeah, the struggles are real. I'm not going to sit here for the rest of the night and then come back tomorrow evening and not have anything to do. So I'm going to, although tomorrow I could grab it from the house, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to sit here all day. So I'm going to run into another town, which is 30 minutes away. I looked up on the Walmart app and they happen to have a boy loom hook in stock. I have not used this type of boy hook, so I guess it will be a good time to review it as well. I'm telling you, the struggles. Life is lifing right now. Okay, I'm back at the camper. This is the hook that they had. Kind of reminds me of one of the KB loom hooks. I probably have one of these at home somewhere, although I'm not 100% sure. So, nonetheless, we're going to use it because that's our only option currently, and then I will let you know what I think about it. No go from the very first stitch. Oh, let's see. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. That is a blunt tip. It is not sharp. It won't even pick the yarn up off the loom. So we are back here, and I ran home this morning. Got my jams on, my jams. Ran home this morning and got my loom hooks because this one sucks, y'all. It is horrible. I spent the evening, my husband brought a file home from work, well, home to the RV, and I sat here for hours last night trying to file this tip down sharp enough to where I could even pick yarn up, and it never happened. So when I went home today to grab my KB hook, I have a bunch of these from the Flexi looms and from other looms that I've bought from KB, a bunch of them. This is never going to happen again. I now have one in the car, two here in the camper, and one that I'm keeping in my purse. So I am never going to inadvertently, accidentally forget my loom hook again. And I know it's because I've got a lot going on with my stepdad and things like that. But that's not going to happen again. Sitting here in this camper for hours yesterday and last night without being able to loom knit drove me bonkers. Okay, so I'm back at the camper. It's been a heck of a day. I contemplated deleting this whole thing, this whole vlog, because I haven't had very much work. I haven't done a lot of work on this side. Loom knitting in general because of the whole loom hook debacle. I did get the increases done and then started the heel. This is the Fleagle. Not sure that I like this rendition of it either. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna make it a shorty length and take it off the loom and compare it to a needle knit one because I'm not sure that I like it. I got to see what it's going to look like off the loom. For a fleegle heel, you would use this type of heel if you have a very high arch, so you need more room in your instep, and the instep is the part of the sock that goes across the top of your foot. I'm going to finish working on this. Like I said, probably just do a shorty type socks. That way I can get it off the loom and see what it looks like. Good morning. So today is the day after I filmed the video saying that there would be no video for Tuesday. I'm about to head back in. My stepdad's still in the hospital. Mom is doing good. I did finish the first sock that I'm calling Fleegle Like. You have your increases here and then the heel turn here. I will actually try this on and show it to you. When I am working on a new sock or some type of conversion, something like that, I usually only knit one and then go on to the next, so it can sit in my mind for a little bit, like, do I really like this? I said a couple times during the previous clips of this vlog that I wasn't quite sure about the way the increases are done, because it really doesn't look like a fleegle heel. But it does give you that extra height for a high arch. Having said that, I don't have my arch isn't very high, but I do have a wide foot. So I would venture to say that even though this type of increase is primarily for people with high arches, I think that it would work for somebody who has a wide foot as well. This part of the sock, which is the increases that you do first, which almost looks like a heel when you pick it, pull it up, but it's not. This part actually sits on the bottom of your foot. And so those increases allow it to stretch in this manner. So that's why I venture to say that it's working well for me as well, because of the wide foot. So let's try it on and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here it is on. It actually fits very well. Let's bring her up here. So here is the first set of increases. And this is the part that I said sits on the back of the foot. And then the actual heel turn is right here. So by giving ourselves this extra bit of fabric here for increasing, what it does is it creates more fabric here on the instep, which is the front of your foot, which allows more fabric and stretch for somebody that has a high arch, and in my case, a wide foot. The heel fits perfect. This was on a 60 peg loom, so I am happy with this sock. This one will definitely be in the book. Now let's see if it'll go in a shoe. That's always our true test, right? Will it go in a shoe? And you'll have to bear with me with my knee replacements and hip replacements. It's hard for me to get shoes on. But yes, it fits very nice into that shoe and does not take up a lot of space. Sometimes we worry about that when we hand knit socks, that they won't necessarily fit in our shoe like store-bought socks will. And I will say that this particular one does. This was Malabrigo sock that I got at Charlotte Yarn in Charlotte, North Carolina. The doubts when making this sock, I will say that I'm happy with it. Like I said many times, I wasn't sure of the increases. It really does not increase in the same direction and slope as a Flegel heel. And it does not really look like a Flegel heel. So saying that, I don't really think that we can call it a Flegel heel. That is just my opinion. It is not a true needle knit conversion of the Flegel heel. So I don't think it can be called a Flegel heel. So therefore, I will be calling it Flegel-like because it has the same concept. But I will not be calling it a Flegel heel. That will be a misrepresentation of the heel itself for the knitting loom. But again, it is Flegel-like because of what the overall end product looks like. So here is the new sock I'm working on. I started this one cuff down. This is also Malabrigo sock in the color fuchsia. Also purchased at Charlotte Yarn in Charlotte, North Carolina. This one has been started with a 3x1 cuff, but I know this has been a rather sporadic and chaotic vlog. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being there for me. And thank you for allowing me to share my sock knitting experience with you. And I love so much all the kind words and all the comments. I try to comment on every single one. I may miss a few because honestly, the app doesn't always tell you when you get a comment. And it may show up on one part of the app and not show up on the other where it's supposed to be. So sometimes things do get missed. But please know that I do read every single one of your messages, and I do try to comment. And I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. I really, truly enjoy doing these videos, and I love every single one of my subscribers, and thank you so much for being a part of this lopsided world. And until next time, stay cozy, stay happy, and may all your socks find their matches. Bye.